Hey, what's happening, YouTube? It's your boy CB, and we are back for another Huddle Watch Along with the Recruit. On today's episode, I have a special treat for y'all. We like to use the term shutdown corner a lot when we talk about defensive backs. On today's episode, I have a legit bona fide shutdown corner. Four-star cornerback from the 2025 class, Kevyn Humes, one of the baddest DBs in the class. Range, ball skills, versatility, instincts. He has it all in spades. And he's an anime fan, so you know he's close to my heart. But you don't want to hear me tell it. You want to hear him tell it. Without further ado, one of the baddest shutdown corners in the class. How's it going, Brody?
What's up? What's up? What's up with y'all? I'm good. Cool.
So let's get right into it because you fresh off a real cool visit. You got to, obviously, you've been busy this whole year. Went to another game that we'll get into a little later. But this past weekend, you were down there at the Notre Dame USC game. Tell us what that atmosphere was like, man. What was it like seeing Notre Dame pull off that upset?
Yeah, now Notre Dame definitely has probably one of the craziest atmosphere I've been at. Fans, it's not only packed, but it's like all the students and fans are filled with enthusiasm. So it's just loud all game, and then they played a hell of a game.
When you're there live, because all right, they picked a great game to send you to, right? Not only is the atmosphere going to be good because the Notre Dame USC rivalry, you know, it has that baked in tradition, but then for them to pull off an upset like that with the defense balling the way it did, what was that like being there in person and seeing literally how you could be in that defense or what that defense looks like?
Nah, yeah, that secondary really showed me something. It was the best performance I've seen on the best quarterback I've ever seen. So it was.
That's another thing that's huge because they're not playing Joe Schmo this past weekend. They're playing Caleb Williams, bro. That's A1 in the class.
Real generational talent. He's really that. I grew up like me and Caleb from around the same part of Maryland. So we played on the same youth team. I was like 4 years younger. He was 8th grade. I was in like second, third. But he's always been good. It's crazy. Like he's never hasn't been good at the sport.
So you seeing him, a defense give him fits like that had to be even different for you because you've seen him cook all these years.
Right. I've seen it happen. I never seen him get shut down like that. And then
they had a great game plan.
They had a great game plan. Coach Golden, he showed out.
So this is not your first time being at Notre Dame. You've actually been there for a practice, gotten to talk to the coach and staff. For a DB on the defensive side, they got Al Golden as a defensive coordinator, but Marcus Freeman is a defensive-minded coach as well. What's your relationship like with the staff, with Freeman, with Golden? How's your impressions of them been, meeting them and obviously being there a few times?
Yeah, all of them been reaching out since my sophomore year, and it's been a really long process with them. It's been great. They've been here since the beginning, which that really comes down to consideration when it's time. Who was here when it wasn't that many stars or offers, so it was there. And then our relationship is great. They text me every day, call probably once every week. It's a good relationship.
What is Coach Freeman like? Because we see him on the sideline, right? And we see him calm, cool, and collected. You don't never see him like he get too riled up or too down. What is he like for behind the scenes when he's trying to get one of the top cornerbacks in the class, when he lets his hair down a bit? What is he actually like behind the cameras that we don't see?
Yeah, bro. He's cool-ish. Like he's cool as shit. Like, he's bad. Like he's just like somebody could just be like, yeah, bro. That's my coach. Like he's cool. Like he's real live. He's a people's person too, so it's easy to communicate with him. But I thought he was gonna. I thought like I didn't expect him to be like super as cool as he was. I thought he was gonna be like more of a head coach, like more of a stricter. But now he's a player's coach, which I can get.
Because he got that vibe. He got that vibe where you like, oh, he's serious, or he don't put up with anything. He just got that look, right? Hey, he looked like one of them uncles that don't put up with nothing when he come over. Like you can't play around him. But I asked Kennedy Urlacher the same question, and he was like, "Nah, bro, he's like one of the coolest coaches I've ever met in my life." He was like, when you talk to him, it's not even like you talking to a coach. He was like, it feel
That's
like
right.
a
That's what I feel too.
homie.
Yeah, it's like
So as a DB, as a defensive player, having a coach like that has a defensive mind that you do feel comfortable with, that has to be reassuring in your recruiting process, obviously.
oh yeah, for sure. Knowing deep down that the head coach is defensive minded, so he's gonna prioritize defense. That always for sure sinks in.
Now, there's another school I gotta ask you about because if I don't, my comment is gonna be crazy. They're gonna go, "Why you ain't ask?" Relax, y'all. We get into it. So you've also taken a few visits to Miami as well. Just was at a game that didn't work out the way the Canes wanted it to, but you got to see the defense in person. You got to see the DBs, see what the scheme looks like. What were some of your impressions of Miami and obviously the defensive back coach, Coach Adai?
Yeah, the game was it didn't
You good?
finish how I wanted to expect, but yeah, the DBs actually played real lights out. It was a great game until the last play of the game. But that game it was mainly a real good defensive game on both Georgia Tech and Miami side, which stood out. And then Coach Adai, he's known for producing great DBs at the
How
next
much does
level.
that go into your decision making or when you're talking to Coach Adai or trying to look at a potential home for the next 3 to 4 years? Not just the scheme, but how they develop DBs and send them to the league.
Yeah, that really is the proof in the pudding. Like, what have you done? That's like your that's for me. That's your film. Like as a recruit, what have you done? Like how if I come here, like I want to be like the best that you've ever coached. So what's the best you've ever coached? Can you develop your players? Yeah, that's everything.
Yeah, obviously, because I think even as fans, sometimes we forget that your journey is bigger than just the next 3 years in college. You have an ultimate goal to be in the league. So a lot of times when you're looking at a school, you do have to factor into a like, do I want to be here? Like, does it have a degree that I care about? But also, do I feel comfortable with the coaching staff? And can the coaching staff eventually get me to my goal? They have a goal too. They trying to win a national championship. So when they
Right.
recruit you, they thinking shut down corner that's gonna help me win a national championship. You got to think the other way too. Like, all right, I want to win, but I also have my own goal too, where I'm trying to get. Do you help me with my journey, or do I just help you with yours and I'm out here by myself? So I like that it's not just about relationships with you, it's about relationships and what's your track record look like? Like not if you sent one or two DBs. How's that freshman DB looking after 2 years? Is he, you
Right.
know what I'm saying? Obviously, you're coming in as a highly touted defensive back, but do you also develop the 2 stars? You're gonna come ready, but the ones that don't come ready, do you develop them too? What are they like in 2 and 3 years? So I
Right.
like that you look at a staff and it's not just the flashy things. You didn't mention, hey, the uniform dope, like the visors are cool. You're already looking at, nah, let me see what this program is really about.
Nah, yeah, I don't. Yeah, that's. I'm trying to make it big. That's the uniforms. Like what? Nah.
So another thing I gotta ask before we get into this film, you play on one of the baddest 7-on-7 teams there is in the country. Like
Let's
y'all
go.
boys got a
Let's
a
go.
all-star team as a roster. What is it like playing on Raw, and how does that prepare you for the season going against some of the insane receivers y'all got on that roster?
Nah, surprisingly joining Raw 7-on-7. I thought it was about to be straight fun and games, but it's some good players in them tournaments, and I actually got a lot better playing in all those tournaments. I played in like 6, 7 tournaments, going against like at least 5, 6, 5 stars. Nah, the raw team, it's real like a family. Like we still active in some of the group chats now, and the season don't even. It's next 7-on-7 season don't start till like what, February, January, something like that. But yeah, Raw is the best. Go Raw.
What is so for a DB? Obviously, 7-on-7. When someone says 7-on-7, I get it all the time. They're like, "Yeah, but that don't really help a linebacker." I'm like, "But it does help some skill positions, especially for you." Can you speak to how this past season at Raw made you a better DB?
Yeah, for sure. I definitely say that it made me a better DB. And then thinking about 7-on-7 and playing in like the big time tournaments, it opens up. It opens up like OT7 so many views. Like you can get so many followers and build your brand, which Raw also helps you do. They like have the #1 TikTok followed and like they're like top 5 on Instagram with all the 7-on-7 teams. They turn and they gonna help you turn yourself up too, which is cool.
It exposes you too to other coaches that may not have seen you. You never know. You
Right.
you go to a tournament, a coach is pulling up to watch another receiver. You lock him down. They're like, "Yo, who, who, who's my man over there? Who's for?" I think that's what 7-on-7 can do for y'all too. It's that competition as a DB, as a corner. You can never have too much competition. That iron sharpens iron is real. So when you out there going against another dog, all you doing is getting better for the season.
100%. But I also would say like
And
you won't really get too many offers on 7-on-7. The real football is 11-on-11. But yeah, but it can definitely boost you up. I've seen it happen. If you have like the platform, you have the size, and you have like the skill, it's gonna show. And you probably gonna get a couple, but you probably not gonna go from a 0-star to a 5-star offer.
but I like that you use it to sharpen your game. No, just that little tweak that you may need, or just competition. Just like, you know what, I feel like competing. I feel like being out here on somebody that they think is better than me and shutting them down, just so everyone remembers who I am. And for
Right.
those of y'all that have not seen my boy's tape, if you don't know who he is, I like to say shutdown corner gets used too much. Not here, bro. When I say lock down, the range you have too is a bit insane. Did you play any safety earlier in your career?
Nah, I actually switched to defense and corner when I got to high school. All my life, I played receiver.
What was it? That is interesting. Okay, so the ball skills make perfect sense to me now. The hands, that makes sense. What was it about DB that made you make the switch?
It was really the hands. Like my hands are cool, but like they're not like my defensive coordinator he's seen like my speed and my twitch. He's saying like I could be a like real first round, second round pick in the NFL at DB. But I could have been a D1 receiver, but no.
And it's interesting to me that you haven't been playing corner that long, because you see a play like this, so you see how smooth you are in your back pedal. You see how quick you are out of your breaks and how quick you diagnose a route and jump it. When do you feel like corner DB started to become second nature for you? Because it feels like you've been playing it for a while.
Yeah, COVID was crazy. COVID changed my life for I mean I might say it was for the better. It kind of changed my life for the better. I worked out every single day, like every single day with the elite trainer, and then I just got better every single day. He taught me everything he knows, and then yeah, just keep on trying to perfect my craft. That's all it was. Just trying to get college paid for. That's what it was.
Because on a play like this, the reason I say that is your instincts at DB. It feels like you was born to do this. From the second you diagnose this, you can see you put your foot in the ground and go. That aggression, that ability to diagnose, go, and then not be afraid to get your nose dirty. That does not scream receiver. It screams like, damn, he been here. He been doing this.
I should have picked it off, but I looked back at the receiver. If I could just kept on reading the quarterback, I could have like drove on it before the receiver even broke. But that was a good tell.
You were speaking to playing receiver, and obviously you play top talent at DB now. When you first did make that transition, was it relying on instincts that made DB work for you? Was it more so that you saw a lot of what receivers can do, or was it just you being a natural athlete until you really understood the position?
Yeah, I would have to say it was more leaning on towards my athletic side. I was naturally gifted with being fast, so I was more so using my speed when I didn't have the technique. But yeah, now I get the technique. So, but yes, me being fast all helped me out tremendously when I was young on good receivers.
So as a DB now that you're not a receiver, do you love it when something like this happens? You get the ball in your hands again, because you get the ball in your hands. It look like you get excited, like kick returner excited, like, hey, I got to score because I don't get these no more.
I don't get them no more, bro. Scoring, I still say this. Scoring a touchdown is still the best feeling, like on the football field. Like scoring that game when a touchdown is still the best. I'm always miss that feeling, but it was a business decision, which I still don't regret. I love corner way more than receiver because at corner you don't gotta rely on quarterback or O line, a good running game. You can just do you.
And then at corner, the way they play you be out there on an island, bro. And y'all don't play, no disrespect to any other school out there, but y'all don't play no gimmies. Y'all don't have gimmies on y'all schedule. You're not lining up against nobody that's not playing ball at the next level. Speak to what that's like. Every week, y'all are either getting somebody's best because they are a ranked football team, or it's a team that may not be ranked yet, but they're trying to come up by beating y'all.
Yeah, it's real. We go against the best, and then we always get everybody's best. Is what we like to say. Because St. Francis, we have like a sneaky target on our back. Because we call out anybody, and anybody can. We don't care. Because at the end of the day, we all men and we all bleed. So we all can lace them up. That's been my mentality in life, in football, and just gotta stand on being a man, and that nobody can outwork you.
Y'all got that everybody can get it mentality. Y'all got that everybody can get it. This here,
Why not?
I like about your game the most is your bump and run, your press man. Because as a corner, you're not afraid to get your hands on a receiver, but your quickness and your ability to react is second to none, bro. Do you have a preference at DB? Do you off man, press man, or for you, as long as you got a receiver you can lock down, are you happy?
I always prefer my press man. I love playing press man.
You like
I
getting
like
your hands
running.
on somebody.
Yeah, I like putting my hands up when I can run. So the off is cool. I'm good at the off man, but press man is
And
it's
then I
fun.
love them moving you around here. So here you see you in the nickel here. And for a corner that has that shutdown ability, you're not afraid to get dirty in the run game too. I love that about your game. Like you're not just out there on the outside saying, leave me alone. We see you in the slot here in the nickel against Shamanon. We know JJ don't take no plays off. You get inside, completely shut down this run. How much do you enjoy playing the run as well?
The run is real fun. Run is real fun. I got that's one of the things I also have to get better at is I'll say my solo tackling. But yeah, the run playing nickel is bro, that's a fun position right there. It's also very difficult to rerun and pass at the same time, but it's a fun position once you learn it.
I don't think people realize how different it is playing in the nickel versus playing outside.
Yeah, it's two positions.
But to go back a couple plays, when we talked about this competition, when you when you see Shaman out on the schedule, somebody like you that loves the competition,
Yeah,
what are those
great.
battles like with JoJo and JJ out there?
Oh, it's fun. It's funny. It's competitive. But mostly, I'm not gonna lie. That game, it was so hot. It wasn't even too much talking. Like it was just play ball. Cause I personally, I'm from Maryland. It was August, and it was like 105 on the field, 110 on the field.
Ooh.
That's like, whoa. I was like, hold on. And then prior, I was hurt the week before, and I was still hurt, so I didn't even practice till Thursday this week. I didn't and it was just helmets. So I was real out there just kicking. But I was cool though. I did condition them 2 days, crazy. But
I know you wasn't missing that
nothing
game.
like
There ain't no way you was missing that game.
But it was just hot in Miami like not too long ago. I was confused. It's October. It's hot as a mug out there.
Hey, look, I'm out here in Texas, so I know what that Miami heat is like. We had the same. We've been having the same conversations. We like, why is it 105? And it's dog. It's October. Can we get a break? Can we get a little bit of a break?
Yeah,
So this here is ridiculous. So that's another thing. As someone, when you're picking your next destination, how much does that factor in? How much does not just the school, but do I want to play here? Like, do I want to really play 10 games here?
Oh, that matters a lot. That matters a lot. That matters a lot. If I'm not comfortable where I'm at, where I'm about to live, because I'm not trying to hit the portal. My goal is not to hit the portal ever. Like, I'm trying 3-4 years done to leave. All that portal, like, I'm trying to be there for 3 years and live. So if it's not like good living conditions, I can't go to your school. Sorry, I can't go there.
I like that you look at it full circle though, bro. Like you don't just look at, man, hey, they be playing man, I'm going. And they said I can have number one, I'm going. You look at relationship, coach, what's your scheme like? How are you developing? Do I want to live here? Like, do I really want to be here for 4 years? I like that for you recruiting it's all encompassing. It's not just about ball. It's not just about do they say nice things to me. You look at the smallest of details, the smallest of, hey, am I just gonna like it here? Like, okay, I may like the football, I may like the coach, but do I like the city? Do I just want to, in my off days, am I gonna be like, damn, I want to be at home? That I like that you look at the totality of recruiting. That where does that mindset come from? That's a very mature way to approach the game. Like, where does that come from, bro?
It really just comes from, I would say, first my mother, for always just making me grab the bigger picture in everything in life, because she made it very clear that this is the biggest decision that I'll be making in a very long time. So she just makes sure and always puts in my mind, because she wants to make this my decision, and she always wants to just make sure it's the right decision. So that's one. And then I'll also say just being around this the recruiting process, really my whole high school career, seeing my old teammates having to hit the portal because they just don't like it, so they just don't apply themselves, or they get to a school and the coach don't like them, or coach promised them this, they didn't get this, so they just not the same player. So, and then
It's learning from those experiences of those around you. I like that because, again, you play at a school where you watch somebody your freshman or sophomore year take the same journey you did. You watch the 4 or 5 star corner, take Notre Dame visits, take the Miami visits. So I like that you've sat there and studied their process too, and go, okay, that's what he did wrong. That's what he did right. That's what he did wrong. Speaking of what somebody does right, I rewinded this because, sir, we want to talk about lockdown. I know this receiver went back to the sideline and was like, hey, get me away from 24. Like, because this is why I think press man for you is absolutely elite. It's not just your ability to get your hands on a receiver, but you pester receivers. Like, you don't give them any space, no room to breathe. For you, what's more fun? You shutting down a receiver like this at the line of scrimmage to where he doesn't have any space to breathe, or a situation where you're playing off, you diagnose a route perfectly, jump it and get the pick?
Definitely the pick. That's boring. Like strapping, like that's it's fun. Like when you get to talk to him, but like that's not really fun. I'd rather get the pick for sure.
That's interesting to hear that. It's like, man, if I shut them down all game, I get no action. That's not fun. They're
Yeah,
not gonna throw my way.
I want the pick for sure. That's why
You feel
go back
like
to
this
off
year they're
man.
not
See?
you you feel like this year they're not targeting you as much because of obviously the track record that you have shown as a DB?
Yeah, I'm starting to feel it like around now. Like these past couple weeks, these past 2-3 weeks, like I haven't got a fade thrown on me in like a few weeks, like just a 50-50 ball. So that's been I peeped that, and then teams switch up their whole pass concepts as soon as they play us. So they don't. That's just a test to our whole entire secondary. Our secondary is the best in the world, and it's like not up for debate.
Hey, go ahead and shout them boys out. Shout them boys out that you out there with in that secondary.
Shit, we got. I'm gonna start off with my greatest man, my number two. He's AFK. He's hurt right now. Blake Woodby, but he's the heart. Like he's the mind. He's the mind of our secondary. And we got the stud Iffy Obadegu, number 7, Oregon commit. He's
Oh, that
elite.
boy bad.
He's elite. You probably got. He's not really a talker, but yeah, he does everything right. And then Idris Farouk, really our captain back there. He calls the plays and he calls the right plays, and then he always does his job. And he always makes the solo tackle to save the big run. And then we got I'm gonna go Jared Edwards, number one. He's gonna be the number one safety in 2026. He's the freakiest out of all of us, and that's coming from me.
Really?
He's 6'2". He's 6'2", 205 pounds. And
What?
6'2", 205 pounds. And he's a safety. He runs a 4.5 something. He ran a 4.5 something at Maryland. But yeah, he's already the number 3 safety in the country. He's like top 100 right now. He got that top 100 list that they do for the sophomores. And then I'm gonna go,
What they feeding y'all?
man. And then I'm gonna go Wayne Henry. That's my youngest. That's my little bro. But he's up. He's getting up there, bro. He can do everything. He has ball skills. He tackles. He's probably, if it's not Idris, it's probably Jair or him for our best tacklers. But them two underclassmen, he's 2026. Them two underclassmen, Jair and Wayne, them two got it. They can go at any level of football. And then, boom. Got Makai Butler. That's my boy. Corner, versatile everywhere. Can plug and play. Boom. Got the youngest. Got my boy. They not up there yet. So I'm gonna wait till they play on national and put themselves out there. But yeah.
That is a deep DB room. And for you, is it different now being a leader in that DB room? So you mentioned a few sophomores, a few underclassmen. How's your role changed this year being the veteran now? You a vet, bro. Like the sophomores, they looking at you. How's
Right.
this year been just mentally different for you being the guy that those younger guys now look to for advice?
Yeah. It's just coming full circle. I can only thank God because I used to look up to Jay Sean Barham, Derek Moore, Blake Corum, and they all at the next level producing. Jamon Dumas Johnson, and then now it's just coming full circle with the young freshmen, 8th graders who become the practice, just asking me for advice, asking me for gear and stuff like that. So I just
Got to be interesting.
I always just say yeah. I always just say yes, and I always just try to answer every question because I remember when I was a I was a youngin' and then doing the same thing. So
You had somebody you looked at and was like, hey, I want to be the next him. They looking at you, they like, I'm gonna be the next Kerm. Like, the next when he leave, I'm gonna take that 24. Like, oh, I want to wear the gloves. Like they look at
I wear
you.
4. I wear 4. I wear 4.
Oh yeah, you are 4 now. Oh,
Yeah,
so
I wear 4.
you did one of the youngins take your 24 when you upgraded?
Who got 24? I don't know. I don't even know who got 24.
Cause you know right now somebody on the squad like, hey, the second he leave, that for mine. Like I'm jumping in that. Cause we've all been there, right? We've all had guys we looked up to and we was like, hey, I'm gonna do my stance like that because that's how he do it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna wear the black gloves because he always wear the black gloves. So it's cool that you embrace that leadership role, that you take the time to impart that knowledge on the younger guys because you guys do have a well-oiled machine there, and it only continues to be that way if you continue to pass on the knowledge that was passed on to you. And before we go, I got to ask you about this because you guys got a hell of an offense on the other side. Like, it's not just the dogs you got on defense, but you practice against one of the best quarterbacks in the nation every week. What are those battles like in practice? Because for those of y'all that don't know, one of my favorites in the class, my followers are tired of hearing me talk about the dude. One of the baddest quarterbacks in the class, elite arm talent. What is it like going against Michael Van Buren every day?
Yeah, MVB, Michael Van Buren. Yeah, he can go. He can throw. He can throw any. He can go. He can throw any route in the college playbook right now. And then he's just a great captain, great leader. Yeah, he's a dog. He's a dog for sure.
That going up against a
his back
quarterback like that
shoulder
has to
pass
polish you.
because he got his back shoulder is so good, and I just hate it because as a DB, that's one of those bro. Like if it's a perfect ball, if a back shoulder is a perfect ball, it's just like almost unguardable. And
There's nothing you can
his
do.
back shoulder is close to unguardable. It's very hard to guard the fan.
So when you see somebody else's back shoulder, you probably like, hey, it ain't as good as MVB. I could pick this off. Like I know I can pick this. If you're not 3, I'm picking this thing off. If you throw this back shoulder,
It's not 3. I mean, 3 gets picked off by me too. It's not 3. 3 gets picked off.
But them battles must be legendary at practice.
Oh yeah, it'd be crazy turn. 7-on-7s. Man, I'm gonna miss this, bro. When they go to college. But it was great memories.
You're gonna make the same ones with somebody else. It's that standard that y'all are setting. It's what y'all do there, that tradition. He gonna pass that on to another quarterback, to the same way you gonna pass that on to another DB. And in 2 or 3 years, it's gonna be somebody else having the same exact battles that y'all are having. That's how you build winning culture. You continue to pass that down, that competitiveness. That the first thing I asked you about, it's a 5-star quarterback. His first reaction was, yeah, he good. But still, I'll be picking that off, though. I need y'all to know that. Like, he cold, but so am I. I love that mentality is why y'all can go out there and dog walk people. Because y'all give it to each other all week. Then y'all see somebody else on Friday, and it's probably like, bro, we can't wait to do this to somebody else. I got to deal with his back shoulders all week. Ain't no other quarterback about to be dropping dimes like this.
Nah, you right. I wish I played Buford, bro. That's the one game I wish I played. Go against right over. That would have been fun. But yeah.
That I would imagine that had to hurt not playing, because you as a competitor, I know you want to play against a top quarterback in the nation like that. Don't worry, bro. You're gonna get your chance.
For sure.
So before I let you go, there's something I gotta ask you. So as y'all can see, anime fan here. My boy's an anime fan too. Before you go, I gotta hear, what are some of your favorite animes and some of your favorite characters?
Boom. I'm gonna go. You want me to go shows, then characters, or show, and then the character in the show, and then the next show?
Go show and then the character from the show.
All right, bet. So Naruto, that's my number 1. It's the best anime.
Let's go.
And then my favorite character is Jiraiya. And
that is so interesting to me, bro. I'm sorry, but how?
But like,
now I love Kirby
mine
Sage.
Is all the wild like things he does. Forget all that, bro. As a big as a father, he was real life cool and he was good. Like,
yeah, he was though
bad, and he was like so funny with it, but he would like kill you for it. And then he was
a beast, just a straight up beast under all the goofiness. Jiraiya
really
the dog.
He really taught Naruto everything. And then Itachi, man, that's my. I wish Itachi was a real human. Like that would be my boy. he's like that's the definition of just like staying
bro.
down and like playing your role. Like just that's a good big brother right there.
He probably the most real character. I mean, there's other characters written and done that are real, but Itachi feels, especially I feel like for us, for kids, for black kids, he felt real. He felt like, all right, like I think I understand coming from a situation where you may not be you may have to cover for some stuff and keep a smile on. Like that dude halfway, bro, he made us hate him for years. And then it was like, you did what?
He
You was
didn't
really
care.
like,
He would do it
bro,
again. Like, he would do it
it-
again because that's
it's
just the
that
way he was taught. Like,
sacrifice.
the way he was taught, he seen nothing wrong with it, and he just like I could respect people who just stand on what they say. Like he just stood on what he did, and he what's it called? He lived with it. And he was proud. He went down,
Atachi stood on
and the way
business
he had the way he
100%.
died, like the way he died was so like they just hit him with health. Like come on, bro. Like that's how you know when you're
It's the
true.
only thing you could do to him, bro. You had to,
Man.
it's the only thing you could do.
Yeah. Yeah, probably them two my favorite characters. And Naruto, of course. Naruto. He got
What
the
else you
real
got?
struggle story from 0 to 5. Like turned up, and then
Hey,
he turned all the way up. And then I'll say my second anime. I'm gonna go. Hunter x Hunter.
I'm
Oh,
in
yeah.
the process of watching that. Somebody told me I have to watch that. I
Man,
just watched the first 2 episodes the other day. Somebody was like, bro, you gotta watch this.
boom. Yeah, I'm gonna go Hunter x Hunter. Boom. I'm not gonna say the characters in too much, so boom. I'm gonna just say them. Hunter x Hunter. And then I'm gonna go to the third anime. I'm gonna say who my favorite character in there was gone. It was gone. It was the main character. I don't care. It was gone. And then it was probably I don't know, somebody in the Zoldyck family. That family was so cold, bro. That family was cool. I don't know, but one of them. And then my third anime probably gonna be. I want to. Dragon Ball was great. It was the second best anime I've ever watched. But I'm gonna say I like Death Note. Death Note was cool. It was fun to watch,
Hell of a show. That I just like that concept.
and it was
That
entertaining. Like,
concept is so dope.
I like really didn't know what was gonna go next. Like Dragon Ball, like you knew what was coming next. Boom, revive.
Yeah, Death Note made you think.
But think crazy. That was fun. That was a fun show to watch. It was short though. They need to do like another season or something. I don't know.
So now I definitely gotta watch Hunter x Hunter. So now I gotta watch Hunter x Hunter so we could talk about that. So now, because I see you ain't want to tell me the characters, because obviously I'm 2 episodes in, so I gotta tap into that. So once I tap into that, I gotta let you know
Okay,
who
now
my favorites are
my
from there
favorite
too.
character when you get to that part is gonna be Killer was grandfather. That's who my second favorite character is. Killer was grandfather. That's who it is. He was cold. No. My character is gonna be the head master of the whole thing. I forget his name. The ball old dude. He was cool.
How long until I meet him? I'm at 2 episodes right now. How long until I meet him?
Oh, you gonna meet? Wait. Oh, the bald old dude.
Yeah.
Or you talking about? Yeah, the head dude. Yeah, you gonna meet him soon. As soon as they start doing like the trials, you gonna meet him season 1. But he's not gonna do
So
nothing until like the end. But yeah. Alrighty.
hey,
I'm not gonna say nothing.
as a fellow anime fan, you have a free reign to ever come back on this channel anytime you want. So usually the way I like to do these is when you finish your season, I want to have you back on when you have your full season highlight so we can watch the full season. And obviously, I'm sorry, y'all, we gonna nerd out more next time too. I'm going to make sure there's even more time next time for us to nerd out. And obviously, after I watch Hunter x Hunter, we just gonna chop that up. Not on YouTube, but I just have to chop that up with you when I watch that. Thank you so much for coming on, bro. Like I really do appreciate it. Easily one of the best corners in the class. I think that goes without me saying it. That shit was still a fact. It doesn't really matter if I say it or not. The proof is in the pudding. You put the work in, and it shows on the field. Let them know where they can follow you, because you have still some of the season left. So if you're not familiar with him, I'm going to link down his Twitter and his Instagram and his huddle, so you can follow him and keep up with him for the rest of the year. When his season is over, I'm gonna have him back on so we can watch the full season and nerd out more about anime, obviously.
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram at 4KERM Kerm _ at 4Kerm _. That's it right there.
What's your Twitter, Brody?
Oh, and at JHI Kevyn KEVYN. That's how you spell my name.
And I'm linking both of those down in the description. So all you got to do is click them, go straight to his social media, and follow him. Any goals for the year? Do you have an interception goal for the year or a total goal?
Yeah, I got one right now. I'm trying to get 4. We got 4 more
Let's
games
go.
left. 3 and 4
Let's
games.
go, bro.
That would be perfect. That's a perfect end of the season.
Get it. You got this. You can get that done. Well, if they try you, it looked like they not really trying to try you. We just gonna have to get you moved around, get you in that slot a little bit more.
It don't matter, bro. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find the ball.
You gonna find a way. We know it. Appreciate your time, bro. We're gonna have you back on at the end of the year so we could do this again after you get them 4 interceptions.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you.
Like, share, subscribe. Go follow Kev right now.